So talking about like time frame like that, I mean, obviously we're talking about a city like Shanghai. 20 years ago, it was nowhere near where it is right now. It was essentially farmland, and right now, let's say that you're in your farmland stage, right? Where do you see yourself 20 years from now?
20 years from now, I see myself as I see myself as somebody who's really mastered this sleep game. Maybe not mastered it. I mean, they're very in its infancy stages, but somebody that just knows and has so much knowledge. I would really like to just teach people and show people a lot of the lessons that I learned. And I love to just one day be a philanthropist, I think. Like when I have all of my needs met, it would only give me satisfaction to help other people with their needs, especially if they start off, with the resources that I didn't necessarily have. So whether that's about sleep performance, whatever the case is, that's where I see myself. But ideally I'd like to see myself at that age, like just having, health wise, like a very healthy body, longevity, ideally being ripped, having the financial means to do so, being able to travel wherever I want, when I want, having the freedom, like with all of that. I think one other thing too is another person that I follow is individual name is Nomad Capitalist, and the idea there is you have a location independent business where you get money no matter where you are in the world. It's kind of the Tim Ferriss 4 hour work week model, but then you diversify where your income sources are coming from. So, like we talk about diversifying your portfolio, why not diversify your income source? A lot of people just have one form of income, their job. But what happens if they lose their job? What happens if some crisis comes, what they might predict will happen, with the Western collapse? Who knows in decades from now? But, if you can diversify your source of income from different parts of the world, then you can have that plan. I recently heard a talk from Rich Dad Poor Dad, Robert Kiyosaki. He said, "What's your 3 day plan? Let's say if something in your immediate surroundings collapsed,
Mm-hmm.
and you had 3 days to escape to another area of the world. Could you do so? Do you have the bank account set up? Do you have all those financial means to do so?" And this is where you get into like offshore bank accounts, not in an illegal way. You can do it legally, but different passports, legal residencies. Just having this insurance policy in place to protect yourself from doing so.
Definitely interesting philosophy, especially coming from Rich Dad Poor Dad himself, right? So,
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
yeah.
exactly.